A breakup at work could be a living nightmare. How many of us have been there, done that? Do you recall ever seeing the movie Groundhog Day? Where every day was a complete place of hell. Just torture to be trapped like a rat in a bucket on fire. Imagine with me, if you will, being confined in a place for 8 hours at minimum with your ex. Trying to, at all costs, avoid them. And that's if you're lucky. If you're lucky, you get to avoid walking down the same halls as them. You find yourself going out of your way to use the bathroom. You used to eat lunch in the cafeteria, but now you're eating lunch in your car or any other place just to avoid them. Look, y'all, I'm not going to tell you not to date in the workplace. I'm not going to do that today. Welcome to my channel, 365 Hook. I want to thank you all for coming out and listening today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It is within these videos that I try to help you focus on creating the life that you desire through visualization. Now listen up. If you are a person that enjoys pleasure from pain, you don't want to miss today's video. If you haven't guessed by now, the topic for today's video is all about a recipe for disaster, otherwise known as dating in the workplace. Now, I'm not judging. I don't want anybody to think that I'm judging, because I'm not. I've been there. In fact, that's how I met my husband. Look, guys, I'm usually an optimist when it comes to creating and keeping a relationship. Anybody that has come to my channel before, has listened to any of my messages, knows that about me. Majority of us have been in relationships before, whether they be work related or personal. You know that they can be complex and tough. You know that relationships require constant effort and support, especially if you're out of the honeymoon phase. Now that's on a good day. So my question to you that I want you to think about during this video is, why on earth would you place more stress on your relationship by taking it into the workplace? Now you may say, I would never take my personal relationship into the workplace. Well, I guarantee that if you have ever been in a relationship and you've been upset, and you may not work with them, but you've carried all that baggage with you to work. So don't say you would never. You've heard the expression, too much of a good thing can be bad. Dating in the workplace is no different, you guys. Imagine with me, if you will, having a big blow up on Sunday and not resolving the issue. So now it's spilled over into Monday and it's time to go to work. Now normally you would ride together. So today, just imagine that you're going to do the same thing. So now you're angry, they're angry, and you're riding together to work because it just makes sense to save on that gas. You're both going the same way. And if you wouldn't, if you have your own car, just play along. You're riding together. So now you're in the car, headed to work, and it's just dead silence. You know what happens next, right? That nosy coworker comes up, catches you off guard by making some snide remark, and you snap. Then your work buddy, not really a friend, but a stranger, one that you don't mind hanging out with, but one that you wouldn't have drinks with after work either, comes up and just so happens to be there. And so what happens next? Naturally, you vent. And so now you've involved your partner and your coworkers. And it's none of their business. So now we've got innocent bystanders. But because you formed a relationship by work, for whatever reason, you got the whole workplace up in a war. Everybody's in a tizzy. Now you got rumors spreading, lies spreading. You're angry. They're angry. If you just so happen to see them in the hall and they're talking to somebody else, you're really on fire now. Your boss is uncomfortable. And so they're like, okay, something needs to be done about it. You see where I'm going with this? Everyone is a suspect, an asshole, or a shit starter. And your work is not up to par, and your head is not in the game, and your boss sees that mentally and physically you're not there, your mind's not on work like it should be. So they're like, okay, maybe y'all need to go home. So now you're missing out on money because y'all can't get it together. It's just a scenario, y'all. But also a valid reason why dating in the workplace could be a recipe for disaster. So, if this video has helped you make an informed decision, which was my last video, check it out, and saved you a headache, not to mention some money. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I'm glad that I was able to help you make the decision, a better choice about whether or not you really want to enter into a work relationship. So yeah, they may be fine, they may be cold, but just place yourself in a situation. If things go sour, how are we gonna handle this? You know how you act. And you've been around them enough to know at work by seeing the things that they do, how they handle certain situations, whether or not they're mature enough to handle a relationship if it goes wrong in the workplace. So that's just some things to think about. As always, be blessed. Until next time, have a great day.